Hi everyone, this is Kenzie here. So I just kind of wanted to make another video. It's Friday night again. You might remember about a couple weeks ago I went in to get a procedure done on my toe healing. I'm currently laying on the ground, so let me see if I can sit up and show you guys. Doesn't look that bad. I walk around barefoot, so it was this toe right here. But yeah, let me just go like this. Okay, so I kind of wanted to make this video to talk about my experiences in college. I'm graduating in a week. With a BS in criminology, and I am excited, nervous, scared. There's a whole lot of feelings that I'm like, I don't know what to feel, because I've spent the past 4.5 years in college, and it's just like that's kind of been a part of my life. I just kind of wanted to share, my experiences, what I've learned with you guys, so that if you are college age, if you're in college right now, or you're going into college, I wanted to move my camera down a little bit. Just wanted to, tell you this, kind of the whole gist, my experiences. So, first off, you don't have to stick with the major that you enter college with if you don't feel that it's right. What I'm trying to say with that is I started my college career with a Bachelor's of Science in Chemistry. It was about 3 or 2.5 semesters with that degree. The third semester that I was in college, I was taking physics. I was not doing too well in physics. Actually, I was completely flunking at physics. I could not do it at all. I thought I had a brain for maths and sciences, but that is a whole new level. So, it was about 3 weeks in to the semester. This would have been fall of 2016. I decided to drop physics and change my major from chemistry to criminology within the same week, because I couldn't take it anymore. I was like, I really wanted to, go into this, forensic science career. I still could, but I just couldn't from a chemistry background. And you don't even have to have a major. You can be undecided when you go into college. Having a major will be easier for you to decide your route. I would just say, just do what you feel is right. Another thing, what I have found is that I cannot study or do work in my dorm room. So, and that may be different for other people, but for me, I can't work on homework in my dorm room. Sometimes I can, but not often. So, if you're like that, find a place where you can study, where you can sit down and work for hours on end if you need to. I so happened to find that place where I work at the radio station on campus. So, normally, there's not many people in there. People come, people go. But I found if I got there at about 8 a.m. in the morning, I would have basically the whole office to myself from 8 a.m. to about noon. So I was, in there by myself doing homework, watching videos. So I found that I got a lot of homework done in those hours. Another thing is take breaks. You can do what I do is I might, do some homework for an hour or two, and I'll sit back and I'll just sit back and I'll wander or talk to a couple of my friends, and then I'll go back to my homework. And then for lunch, I have lunch at, I used to have lunch at my work. I would have lunch, and during that time, I would sit down and I would read stuff on my phone. That's what I would do. And I would do some more homework. And then I would relax for a bit. Do some more homework. Relax for a bit. And I always made it clear to me, in my head, that when I head home, or when I head back to my apartment, my dorm room, once I get there and have dinner, no more homework. And I'm like, that's a way to where I don't bring my homework back to my apartment. I don't associate my room with homework or my homework with my room. So if I head back at about 6 p.m., I leave all my textbooks, I leave all my work at school or in the station. That in the girls' bathroom they had lockers, which I put my books in, and I'm like, they stay here. And then I would go back to my room, make dinner, and that would be my relaxing time. And another thing, I would suggest, if you're not the person to take, if you can't focus while taking online classes, don't. I kind of find taking online classes a bit hard because it's not like you're sitting down face to face with a professor. You're going online, you're going on a site, you're logging in, you're getting your homework, you're getting your notes. Some people, they find that totally easy, and I applaud you for that. But I just, not to me, really. I'd like to be able to see my professor face to face and like be in a classroom, and after the class, if I have any questions, I can go up and ask him or her, whatever. I had three female college professors this semester, so that's why I'm saying her. But I totally, understand that, a lot of people find online classes easier. They like online classes. Totally fine by me. But with my schedule, with the classes that I had to take for this semester, it was either like 2 online classes, 2 face-to-face classes, or one face-to-face class, and 3 online classes. I wanted to, for me personally, I wanted to try to have as many classes as I could face-to-face, and that was 2. And I had 2 face-to-face and 2 online classes, so I had 4. Another thing is organization. Keep your stuff organized. If you have like like papers, organize them in a binder. But if you don't, and you're using, say, Google Drive, most people should know what Google Drive is. I organized I have a school folder, like fall 2019 folder, and it has each one of my classes in there. Plus another folder for homework to do. So each one of my classes had folders within them for like assignments and notes and discussions and that kind of stuff. The homework to do folder had subfolders in there that said, let's say it was like it was a homework assignment that was like discussion post, and I would title that folder do 12/10/19 dash module 4 discussion post, so that in my folder it would organize like by the name. It would have the soonest one on top, so I could go into that homework to do folder and click on the first assignment, and I'm like, okay, this is what I have to do first. So it's kind of like my own like online agenda. And agendas are also a good thing. If you can find it on, App Store or, stuff like that, Play Store, that's great. If you can work like that. If you can't, and you need to write it down, that's also fine. I have tried, both writing it down and going online, but throughout the years I found I spend more time on the computer, so I just put it in my Google Drive. And then another thing I wanted to say is if majority of the schools should have some sort of tutoring program or tutoring sessions. Use them. If you're in a class and you don't understand and that class can be tutored in, like there's tutors for that class, use them. Use them. They've helped me in the past. And my school has a writing center. And I've used them. I've gone to them at least once or twice every semester because I'm not a good writer. And I've seen my paper grades increasingly improve since high school. So, once I got into college, beginning semesters, I had English papers. So, the Writing Center is full of English majors, so they extremely helped with my English papers. But, as I started getting these criminology papers, they're it was more like grammar and spelling and punctuation and clarity. Because, I was writing about things that they weren't sure about. But that's totally fine. They made it easier. So if you're writing a paper, or if you're going to write a paper, go and talk to them. If it's through appointments, make an appointment. The writing center where I go to college, they'll help you in every stage of the writing process. I mainly go at the end when I'm clearing up like I'll basically just go in there with a draft and say, this is, it's good to go. It's written. I want to know if it's clear, if the grammar's okay, if it sounds good enough to turn in, basically. So that's that. Another thing. I'm looking at my phone because I have a list of possible, things to talk about. So I'm going to say one more thing. I've found that going to counseling really helps. Even if it's once or twice, it helps. I've had a few, breakdowns, in a sense, where I was not feeling good for a couple of days. Now, usually for me, my, anxiety and depression, they may only last 1 or 2 days. But sometimes it was a couple of weeks because I was stressed, or I was, it was my time of month, and I have a lot of emotional, things that go along with that. But if you're really in need of counseling sessions, go to your college counseling center. Most times it's paid for by the tuition. And, if there's I'm trying to think of the warm word for it, but I know my school has a program for disabilities. So if you do have a disability and you need this program gives people who can't take tests well in groups a private room to take your test in, or certain modifications in the course. So if you're a person with a disability and you need these certain modifications, talk to your, look around in your college for this program. I'm not exactly sure what my college program is, but, that's that. And also, going to the gym actually helps with making you happy. So, on a happy note, I will be back next week. I don't know what I'm going to do for next week's video, but I know probably the week after. So, I will see you all next week. Comment, subscribe, hit the post notification bell, and I will see you all next week. I think I already said that. Bye!